Hello, my name is Marian Duran. I'm a junior, double majoring in psychology and religion, and this is my artwork for Kalijah Dunton's Stillwater. So I was, like I said, part of Kalijah Dunton's Stillwater group, and I decided to make my art focused on just like the playlist that was sent to me, and also just like the comments from the students on the wind ensemble. So I talked with Samara, which is one of the students in the wind ensemble group that I was part of, and she said that she got a lot of romantics inspiration, freedom. Like these were things that just kind of like reminded her of listening to Kalijah Dunton's piece. And I can definitely agree, just seeing like the playlist on SoundCloud and also seeing just like the different color schemes that used, like even in the pictures that were part of the playlist, I saw a lot of this like as inspiration to kind of create like a city landscape. And one of the pieces, the actual artist Kalijah Dunton was standing like on what seems to be Brooklyn Bridge in New York City. So I decided to kind of like recreate that kind of like city landscape using the woodcut. And I created a layer of yellow, and then I added the different dimensional piece of the woodcut layering of black on top. And yeah, it reminds me a lot of this city landscape, reminds me a lot of freedom that is like, you know, seen in a city, just like people being able to like just like freely express themselves, just go like to different types of shots, different types of places. And I also kind of see like this little which the wood itself made like this print, but it's like a water like image at the bottom, and that kind of just like reminds me a lot of just Stillwater, which is just the title of the song that I was mainly assigned to, but also like the playlist in itself. So yeah, that's basically just kind of like my inspiration for this art. And yeah.
Hello, I am Wisdom Scott. I am a studio art major and a psychology minor, and the song that I illustrated is Allegra by Tanya Leon. This process was a very interesting process because I don't really listen to this style of music, so I worked with the composers to understand their emotions when listening to the song and performing the song, and they really described this reference to like Latin dancing, and they also reference like various colors such as like blue and orange. And so the foundation of my illustration is there's a couple dancing. However, I decided to become more abstract with my work because when the musicians were describing the song, they described it as chaotic and as if they couldn't really understand like all the various like notes and stuff that the composer chose. So I decided to allow my like block print to be more abstract, so there's different layers and colors, and you can see what's going on if you like look closely, but at the same time like it still is very difficult. And also from my own understanding, like I thought of like Cuban art because the composer Tanya Leon, she's like Cuban, and so Cuban art, like there's a lot of like play with dimensionality, and I feel like the fabric, like it is 2D, but like it brought this like 3D element to it, and like the texture of the wood print changed with the fabric instead of using paper. So yeah, that's pretty much.
Hi, my name is Charlie Webb. I'm a sophomore, and I worked on William Grant Still's Folk Suite for Band. And so for this image, I did a black and white woodcut of William Grant Still playing some instruments. I incorporated black and white woodcut lines for this image. And
Hi, my name's Annie Rao. I'm a sophomore econ major and studio art minor, and my work was inspired by Daniel Bernard Romain, and he created the inspired playlist that the Wood Ensemble curated, and then the song that I worked from was called Hip Hop Beats and Etudes, and I wanted to create kind of a complex print that incorporated the soft and hard literal elements of the woodcut, but also in the song, the way that the beat was moving. and kind of like the vibrations that were being created from all the different instruments and that interconnectivity. So I had a lot of fun working with the group and getting to know the students in the Wood Ensemble, and I'm so glad that I got to create a piece that is representative of all of their hard work.
Hi guys, my name is Peter Laughlin. I'm a studio art major and an East Asian Studies minor. For my piece, I worked with the group that was working with Armando Beolo in his song Last Breaths. And with working with the group, they just shared me their Google Drive folder, looking at all like their research and their song inspirations with curating the playlist, and how they saw him as a composer and how they saw his piece as important to their work. So in designing my final woodcut for Last Breaths, I kind of wanted to base it and relate it to the piece that I did for the playlist, because I saw that the two kind of work together harmoniously to kind of express Armando's ideas. So my main idea for this piece was to illustrate a figure kind of running. It's sort of abstract in the way that you can interpret it in many ways, but a figure running with their lungs cut out kind of to symbolize the last breaths, and then eyes surrounding the figure, kind of hinting towards the ideas that Armando was getting at with this piece, commemorating the lives lost, Black lives lost, like Trayvon Martin, and many other sad stories that came with it. So yeah, I saw this piece as something that could be interpreted in many ways, but also it's very indicative of what Beolo wanted to convey in his music.
Hi guys, my name is Jocelyn Baeza. I'm a senior studio arts major. My song, my composer is Percy Granger with the song Lincolnshire Posse 2, Parkstock Ranger. And my group helped me picture what it would be like to be in the location that Percy was at when he was composing his song. So my woodcut was all about being in that place while he was composing.
Hi everyone, I'm Catherine Boyd. I am a senior studio art major, and for this project I worked on Castles in Europe, composed by James Reese Europe. And for the group project, we all filled out a questionnaire to kind of get inspiration for the project. And from what we wrote in the questions, it was nice reading what everybody wrote, how they thought about the piece. And a lot of the descriptions included lively, vibrant, and it had a lot of energy, and it reminded them of classic cartoons. So getting all those answers together, this was the first variation of the piece, black and white. So these characters of the instruments, because I wanted something fun to incorporate that liveliness and the vibrancy that they mentioned. And it's in black and white. This is on Japanese paper, so there's characters of the instruments. And this is the second variation with polka dots, just to see how I could liven it up some more, to see more character and personality come through. And it was a great experience combining my background in combination with the ensemble, and it was really fun, and I'm really glad I got to work with you guys to create this final piece.